Picture this, a life defined by the tightrope walk between fame and chaos, a journey marked by hit records and headline-making incidents. If you think you know Lil Durk, the truth might surprise you. In this video, we're peeling back the layers of the most gripping saga in hip-hop today. From his upbringing in Chicago's roughest streets to the relentless controversies that have followed him to the top, we're diving deep into what's going on right now. Trust me, by the end of this, you'll see the stakes are higher than ever. So grab a seat because this roller coaster of a story has only just begun. A Chicago story, roots and realities. To truly understand what's unfolding in Lil Durk's world, we have to go back to the very beginning. Imagine growing up in Englewood, one of the most dangerous neighborhoods in Chicago. Durk Derek Banks, or Lil Durk as we know him, witnessed firsthand the daily struggles and heartbreaks of life in a city overrun by violence. His father, Dante Banks Sr., was a big figure in his early life, but that influence came crashing down when he was sentenced to life in prison on drug-related charges. Durk was just a child, and that loss carved a void in his life, forcing him to grow up far too quickly. From a young age, Durk found himself at a crossroads. Follow the well-trodden path of gang life or try something different. Music wasn't just an outlet, it was his salvation. In the early 2010s, he co-founded Only the Family, OTF. Not only a music collective, but a close-knit group of friends bound by the dream of escaping the streets. His early songs weren't about materialism or glamour. They were raw, vivid stories of loss, struggle, and determination. Tracks like L's Anthem and This Ain't What You Want made waves far beyond Chicago, bringing him into the spotlight as a leading figure in the drill scene. But fame in Chicago's rap world is a double-edged sword. Rising rappers, especially those connected to street life, often face jealousy and violence. Durk lost many friends and associates to gang-related incidents, each tragedy deepening his scars and hardening his resolve. The specter of violence wasn't just an abstract idea, it was a tangible threat that haunted his every move. Despite these trials, his music continued to soar, transforming him from a local star into a national phenomenon. Still, every success carried a price, and every step forward seemed to invite another challenge. Rising success and unending shadows. As Durk's star ascended, so did the weight of his past. His music career took off, propelled by mixtapes like Signed to the Streets, which became anthems for those who knew the harsh realities he rapped about. By 2015, he had signed with major labels and was working with big names, establishing himself as a force in the industry. His collaborations only grew more impressive, and the world witnessed his evolution from a drill rapper into a versatile artist capable of producing both club bangers and soul-stirring tracks. Yet, despite the career highs, trouble seemed to follow. The streets he left behind never fully let him go. In 2019, Durk's name splashed across headlines for all the wrong reasons. He was accused of being involved in a shooting in Atlanta, a case that held the potential to derail his entire career. Durk turned himself in and faced charges including attempted murder, with surveillance footage purportedly linking him to the crime. The courtroom drama was intense, playing out like a movie with fans watching anxiously as each new detail emerged. He maintained his innocence, and his eventual release on bond felt like a temporary reprieve rather than a full exoneration. Even as this legal cloud loomed, Durk was far from done making hits. The success of songs like Laugh, Now Cry Later with Drake solidified his mainstream appeal, while albums like The Voices showed his ability to connect deeply with listeners. His lyrics began reflecting a more introspective side, grappling with the losses and challenges he'd endured. But this dual existence, between the glow of fame and the shadow of his past, continued to haunt him, a reminder that even when you make it out, some parts of your history never really leave. Personal losses and the battle within. Lil Durk's story is one of immense loss, a pain that's shaped him more than any platinum plaque or award ever could. One of the most devastating blows came in 2020 when his close friend and fellow OTF rapper King Von was shot and killed in Atlanta. The tragedy was a brutal reminder of the violence they'd tried so hard to leave behind. Von's death wasn't just another statistic, it was personal, a wound that left a permanent mark on Durk and the entire OTF family. He dedicated songs to Von, but the pain of losing someone so close was almost indescribable. Then, in June 2021, another tragedy struck when Durk's brother D-Tong was fatally shot outside a Chicago nightclub. Two major losses in such a short span would crush anyone's spirit, and for Durk, it was like the walls were closing in. His lyrics began reflecting a deeper sorrow, a haunting vulnerability that showed just how tired he was of burying his loved ones. Yet he kept pushing forward, using his music as a form of therapy, a way to process grief and rage. However, living with that level of trauma comes with consequences. You can't simply be a top-charting artist and grieve in peace when you're Lil Durk. Every public appearance, every social media post was dissected for signs of how he was holding up. His mental health became a topic of conversation, and the pressure of being the voice of the streets grew even heavier. Still, despite the burden, Durk remained resilient, a testament to his inner strength and the lessons he learned growing up in Englewood. Legal troubles and public scrutiny. Now let's talk about the ongoing legal challenges that have plagued Durk. Even as he faced the personal trials of loss and grief, the legal system continued to loom large in his life. In early 2022, he was named in a federal indictment tied to his label OTF, with charges ranging from gun possession to conspiracy. The stakes escalated as fans watched anxiously, knowing that any misstep could lead to serious consequences. It was a harsh reminder that in the music industry, the past doesn't easily fade away. Durk's legal team worked tirelessly to navigate these waters, but the stress of looming charges added yet another layer of pressure. He often took to social media to express his frustrations, reminding fans that he was more than just a headline in a tabloid. He was a human being trying to survive a chaotic world. The constant scrutiny and public interest in his legal battles became overwhelming, a 24/7 spotlight that few can endure. The narrative of the troubled artist played out in real time, with every court date and social media post feeding into a narrative that fans both loved and loathed. Durk's resilience shone through in his music, which reflected his internal struggles and the external pressures of fame. Songs from his latest projects revealed a man wrestling with his identity, trying to balance his street cred with his responsibilities as an artist and a father. The road ahead: resilience and redemption. As we look at where Lil Durk stands today, it's clear that his journey is far from over. Each setback has only strengthened his resolve, and his recent music reflects a man who is learning to navigate the complexities of fame, grief, and responsibility. His latest album, 7220, showcases not just his talent but also his evolution as an artist. It's filled with reflections on his past, the losses he's endured, and a hopeful gaze toward the future. In interviews, Durk has emphasized the importance of mental health, encouraging his fans to prioritize their well-being amidst the chaos. He's become an advocate for those who feel trapped by their circumstances, using his platform to inspire change and resilience. His connection with fans has deepened as they rally around him, offering support in a way that only true fans can. Looking ahead, Durk's story serves as a powerful reminder of the dualities within life and art. His experiences resonate deeply, illustrating that success doesn't come without sacrifice. As he continues to make music, the world watches closely, eager to see how he will channel his pain and triumph into future projects. For Lil Durk, the fight is far from over, but with each passing day, he's proving that he's not just a survivor, he's a warrior in the world of hip-hop. What a journey it's been exploring the life of Lil Durk. From his roots in Chicago to the heights of hip-hop fame, his story is one of resilience and raw emotion. The challenges he's faced have shaped him into an artist who doesn't just entertain but also connects deeply with his fans. If you've enjoyed this deep dive into his life, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more stories that reveal the truth behind your favorite artists. Remember, behind every song is a story waiting to be told. Stay tuned for more insights from Starlight.